Hi, it's Dr. Weiner, and I'm going to show you in the following video how to do the reJAWvenation a little bit differently. This can only be used on the patients who don't show any aging of the jawline. They have a good mandibular border without a lot of jowling. So this is done using needles instead of cannulas, and many of you wanted that option because you aren't quite comfortable using the cannulas. So I'm going to show you lift with needle technique to enhance the jawline. And here's the gonial angle. Right here is the antegonial notch where the vasculature is, and you don't want to inject there deeply. And right here is the jowls. You don't want to inject that at all. So first I'm going to inject onto the periosteum in the gonial angle area. And this is a rather safe area. And I go down on the periosteum and I'm going to inject a bolus of 0.5 cc. And what this does is enhances the gonial angle, and it gives that retromandibular fossa, that shadowing that is attractive. Okay, and now I'm going to go a little bit anterior to that, approximately 5 millimeters above the mandibular border, and go down through the masseter onto the periosteum again. And between 0.1 and 0.15 injection. Now I'm going to double check where the antegonial notch is, and I'm going to inject one more time down to the periosteum through the masseter. And now I'm going to go anterior to the antegonial notch along the border again, down to the periosteum, and inject another 0.1. And now in the area of the antegonial notch, where the vasculature is, I'm going to do it in a subcutaneous plane. I'm going to use, you want to be superficial, I'm going to use a fanning pattern, constantly moving. So as you can see right here, we have a much stronger jawline, a more defined jawline. We have a retromandibular fossa. We have more prominence of the gonial angle, and a very straight jawline. So this is the before on the left and the after on the right. You notice the mandibular border is more defined and there is good shadowing underneath the mandible and in the retromandibular fossa. So I hope you enjoyed that video. In regards to the ascending ramus, which is right here, you need to do that in the subcutaneous plane because the parotid lies there. And so I would do that with cannulas, but if you have to do it with needles, do it in that subcutaneous plane to accentuate the ramus. Remember that you don't want to do this in the older female, and be careful with the younger female because it does widen the lower face. That bigonial width becomes pretty wide when compared to the bizygomatic width, and you don't want to widen a female's lower face too much.